Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and today I wanted to talk to you about something I don't think I've mentioned so far, so I think it's about time we revealed on this channel that Esme Ingham is planning to write a book. In fact, it's not just in the ideas stage right now, it is in the production stage. We're going to talk about that very quickly in this video right now. Let's go. So they were on a boat recently. I think it was from Italy to Greece or somewhere that they were going. I don't know. I don't keep track of what they're doing. What the hell? Nobody cares. Do they really? Anyway, they were on this boat and they were just talking, and they decided to talk about Esme's upcoming novel that she's going to write. And it sounds fantastic. So let's have a look.
Just got back from a little wander around the shop, and am I right even to say this on cameras?
What?
Can I say this on camera?
Yeah.
Right.
I think I've mentioned it once in like an Instagram story.
Alright, so basically, you may or may not know, because we've never mentioned it before. Esme may have done it in an Instagram story, but she's not sure. Sorry guys, just sorting Aurora out with some page colouring, with some colouring. She's got the yellow one, in the astronaut book. Right. So you may or may not know, I don't know, but Esme, how long have you been writing this book?
Since the Arctic. Well, I've been starting the ideas since the Arctic, but obviously I have to get ideas for all the plots and everything.
Esme's writing her own
I've been writing it for about 3 years.
Can I just address the elephant in the room? Right? And I don't mean Sarah, sorry. Esme is writing a book. Now, I'm not one to put kids down for writing, you know. I think it's great, you know, right away. But I'm just thinking that the 16-year-old who didn't bother to do GCSEs because she wouldn't ever need them, and didn't study English because why would she? She's going to be a TikTok influencer. You know, might just not quite have the credentials required to write an actual novel. She is reading a book though, multiple books I believe. She's read books, so she has some sort of knowledge about books, right? But writing them is slightly different to reading them. But you know, I'm not gonna totally pour cold water on her plans, because I think it's good. It's a good idea. So maybe, you know,
I've been helping Esme with discussing like ideas and names and things like
so
that.
long to make.
Yeah, so it's been really cool because we've not. Esme's obviously the one that's been doing all the hard work.
Yeah.
Of everything, but it's really fun because we've all been like inkling our own little ideas.
You've been doing what now? Isabel, by the way, has a level 9 in English, so she's the perfect one to accompany and help young Esme. But using the words like inkling out of context isn't a good start. That's not what that means, Isabel. Inkling. You can't inkling an idea. It's not a thing, right? Anyway, yes, that's Isabel. She's going to be Esme's right-hand woman, and in this little operation, you know, with her fantastic knowledge of the English language, even though she did, in fact, definitely, absolutely get a 9 in English.
Oh wait, we never said what it is. We just said how long have you been doing it for?
I just said Esme's writing her own book.
Okay.
Esme's been writing her own book.
Yeah, so Esme's got like her own ideas, but then I've been like, oh, we should add this, or like, whatever. It's really fun.
Yeah, so it's been Esme's project, but the girls have also input some little bits and ideas, and they've all discussed it together, so it's kind of like a little bit of a team effort.
Yep, because what else does Esme need except for her sisters tagging along to help her with this latest project? Can't they do anything on their own, alone, their own thing, ever? Or is it just all a collaborative effort all the time?
In a way. Yeah. The horse that she, I don't want to give anything away, but the horse that she has, it's like a medieval setting.
It's called Isabel the horse.
No, it's called Isla, but it's spelled differently.
I'm not quite sure how I feel about the fact that the horse is called Isla. It feels to me another way to put Isla down. that's how it feels. I mean, I don't know the context. I mean, this horse might be a really lovable character, but it could also be another way, yet again, to put Isla down, because Esme does do that a lot, right? She does it in like a passive-aggressive type of way, and she has this underlying jealousy of Isla, I feel. You know, she, during the whole Lewis Capaldi era, right? Esme was bullying Isla over that as well, and there was the time where Esme filmed Isla barking like a dog, was it something like that, for TikTok in a shopping centre? Yeah, that actually happened, and it's just always Isla is being put down. Esme always gets her way. Remember the episode where Isla revealed that she would do chores or do things for Esme so that she got to sleep in Esme's room that time. That's the sort of dynamics that they have, those two. It's really it's inappropriate and wrong, and just calling the horse character it just feels a little bit off to me.
Like, she loves this horse. It's like her best friend.
Yeah, it's
and it's called Isla, but spelled.
How's it spelled?
AYLA.
No, it's spelled. It's kind of weird, but it's even actual. It's how it's spelled sometimes. It's ISLAE.
Oh, Isla.
Isla. Look at me living in a home world. This is cute. Come on, sorry, Isla.
It has some like fantasy lines in it. Fantasy.
I like AYLA.
Yeah, me too. I think it's like ILA because you're like it's a street name in the pub.
Nah, I don't like that. Don't like that.
I like what Esme said. I wish I had like a name.
Yeah. Hey, give over. I chose your name lovingly.
You can be.
I'm only joking. Anyway, what was our point? I can't remember what the point was. I was just about to say I can't remember what the point of this video was, but
she's reading my first line.
I've not read any of the poem. No, I'm going to read
Esme, so they've taken a long time gathering ideas. Don't read it.
I'm not.
Alright, calm down, Sarah. What the hell? She can read it if she wants to read it. Don't you dare read that. What the hell? We need to be on the camera. We need to be ready. We need to set up the tripods. We need everything. Like, lighting needs to be perfect and all sorts. You can't read it just yet. You should know that by now.
Taken a long time gathering ideas, names, like chapters and things like that. But Esme's actually officially been starting writing it for the last couple of weeks. But nobody's read any of it yet. Right, so the camera just turned off.
Yeah, why she thinks it's cringe? What if it's not cringe in my head, but it's cringe in everyone else's head?
Then I'll tell you and then I'll give you pointers and you can fix it.
But that would be just Isabel's opinion anyway, not fact. If Isabel's opinion is that it's cringe, that was just an opinion.
But it's a fantasy book, so it's got like...
I've read loads of fantasy books, I know how they're meant to be written.
Yeah, Esme. Isabel's read loads of fantasy books. She's read loads of books. She hasn't got much else going on in her life. So she's read a book or two, hasn't she?
It's a romance.
Yeah, Isabel actually did get a 9 in GCSE English.
Yes, yeah, I know.
So this is kind of English.
There you go. Isabel did get a 9, you know. She did get a 9. Wink, 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 wink. You know, that was so unconvincing. That Isabel, when she said, yeah, I know, it's so unconvincing. It was like, I can't even, it was just, I'm sorry, that was not the best acting there, Isabel.
Isabel's forte.
I know how this works.
Right.
I will say, though, that Isabel's lack of English, lack of vocabulary, and it's not just a lack of vocabulary, but she frequently gets words wrong. Frequently. And that is worrying for somebody who is so good at English, because I'm on the understanding that a 9 in English is like the top mark. It's like so hard to get. You know, you're an A star pupil or whatever, right? Which means that you must have a wide range of vocabulary, they would not give you a 9 if you could not display or show that you had this vocabulary, right? And you certainly wouldn't get a 9 if you used words in the wrong context frequently. You know, that actually wouldn't be a thing. So how the hell you managed to get a 9 is quite beyond me.
Go on then, Andrew. So we thought we'd just film Isabel's reaction.
We're silent.
Oh, you okay, Mila?
What the hell? Alright. Mila takes a whack, falling over. Oh yeah, you're right, Mila. Alright. Oh, that's so funny. Surprised I didn't clickbait that, to be fair.
Okay, third time lucky. Here we go. Is it a chapter or just a lot?
No, I'm just going to read the beginning of the book up to here. So it's like basically one chapter.
One paragraph. Just read the paragraph.
Yeah.
Okay,
right.
let's go. Isabel's reaction.
I'm joking. No, I'm joking. I don't actually let me focus. Stop.
Esme's the type of person that just acts like the most confident girl in the whole world, but actually deep down, she's not.
I think you're mistaking confidence for arrogance. Yeah, you're getting your words wrong again there, Sarah. Yeah, she doesn't act like the most confident person. Arrogant, yes. Confident, no.
But I've got all my favourite tropes from like all my favourite books, and I wanted to put it in it. 'Cause when I'm reading a book, I'm always like, oh, I really hope they have this like mini trope. I really hope this happens, and then they don't happen. So I've added like all my favourite mini tropes.
I've got no idea even what a mini trope is.
I like the readers watching this. It's really good. It's really good.
And the way you worded it is like,
What?
the way you worded it, like, is really, I can't explain it. It's just,
Right, this is really, I really do like it, but I'd get rid of that one word there because I feel like that hints too much of what she's going to do, and people might be like, you know when you read a book and you can already predict what's going to happen? Like here, but you've put...
No, it's showing her determination.
Yeah, but I would.
She's like Jude, like she's strong. She's not.
She's like brave.
Yeah.
Disney
she's
brave. She's like Esme.
Don't hint too much at stuff that might happen because then people won't be like, you know, but I do really like it. I really like how you've worded all of it at the start. Like, this is all really good, like, oh, this first bit's really good. Like, you know, when you read a book at the start, at the beginning,
The first line is so important.
Yeah, first
Yeah,
line is really, I hate when I read a book and it's just like a really dull first line. I'm
Oh,
like,
that book
Oh,
you
the
read, it was
first
like
chapter,
the
yeah.
rainbow.
oh no,
in the
Mum,
sky.
I literally, I can't believe it. I read this first book, and to me, like, the first line of a book is really important because it captivates.
sweetheart. Yeah, it's beautiful.
It captivates like the style, the vibe of the book, right? And this first line of this book, I can't remember which one it was, but it was literally like
The rainbows.
I felt like rainbows touched the sky. No, it wasn't even like that. It was so bad that I've not even read the book. I literally read that last time.
Where's the banishment?
No. I'm not moving for that. No, absolutely not.
Do you want to read it?
Yeah, I'll read it.
But can I read more? Not now. I'll read it in a bit. But we're going to read a bit of the book out,
No,
right?
yeah, I've just
yet.
read it. I've only read the first small paragraph.
But in school one time, this is my biggest ego boost in my entire life of my English, doing English in school. Literally one time I was in English and everyone read like a little part of the book that we were reading, and then it got to my turn. I was reading forever and ever, and I kept reading because the teacher didn't tell me to stop it, so I kept reading and reading, and it was making me really nervous because he didn't tell me to stop it, and everyone else to stop like after a little paragraph.
Yeah.
So I kept reading and reading. Anyway, he said something like, it was something like, oh, you've got such a smooth, nice reading voice, Isabel. Thank you for reading all of that. Like, and that's why I made you read all that. It's so smooth.
Mine went, move on. Because I was like this, because I was so nervous I couldn't do it. I was like this, and then I'll skip 5 lines. Oh no, wait, no.
Oh.
She went, and then they dismissed me. This
Yeah,
like
I was the same as you,
my old
Esme.
school.
I used to get heart palpitations and everything when the teacher would go, Sarah, read this
I'd be
next
sat
paragraph
there
out loud.
with my legs shaking under the bed.
See, Sarah will now use this as an example why schooling is bad for all, you know, because they make you read stuff out loud in class when you're nervous. And what I will say to that is there's a reason why they do it. They don't pick on you. This is what Sarah thinks anyway, that the teachers are picking on you specifically because they want to humiliate you and things like that. But in actual fact, what the teachers are doing is they are they choose you sometimes specifically so you can prove to yourself that you can do it and to bring you out of your shell. I used to be really nervous at reading, like worse than anybody you've ever seen. And the teachers always chose me. And I used to hide behind books and all sorts. But I appreciate why they were doing it. And it was to try and bring me out of my shell. So they do it for a reason, not just to humiliate you, right?
My nails to the bleed under the desk, like absolutely ruin myself. And then it would get to like my friend next to me, and I'd be like, and then I'll stand up and I'd go, G, 1, 2.
It's so sad. It's so sad how that happens to some children. And I'd go bright red as well. I'd go bright.
I could feel it in my face. Like
Yeah.
my face would
Pounding the pulse.
Yeah, that's why I hated reading my whole life. That's the reason I hated reading my whole life.
No, you didn't hate reading. You just didn't have the right, what's it called? The right surroundings. The right surroundings, or something like. You know what I mean?
You think a school setting isn't the right surroundings to start reading books? Is that what you think, is it? What is it, all those books that they have at school that puts her off? Fuck me. Okay, so I would say that it's probably more to do with the fact she had no encouragement to read. Maybe you didn't ask her to read when she was younger. Maybe she just wasn't interested in reading at that time. Maybe as she grew up and she needed the influence of TikTok in order to start reading, right? Because let's be real, be so for real, right, Esme? The only reason that you started reading was because everybody on TikTok was, and it was a trend, and you needed to get in on the trend so that you could, you know, get views on your videos, right?
I mean, anyway.
Obviously, when I was in school, I was in like year 1, 2, 3-ish.
Yeah.
And so we were reading like the smaller books. But I remember I was always quite, if you had a reading chart in school and there's like the levels of your reading, I remember I was quite high on the reading thing.
Yeah, yeah.
I was quite
You
good
were,
at English. And that's why I loved reading out loud, kind of like Isabel.
Yeah,
Obviously, he wasn't like it.
No, but you were still young, Isla.
Yeah, but I love reading in front of the class. But
Yeah.
sometimes I mess up my words and I'd skip a line, like Esme said, or I'd like repeat the line on accident. And
Yeah.
You know what's really sad is the fact that Isla felt the need to go back on herself and say something negative about how reading affected her, right? Because firstly you had Isabel saying something bad about reading out loud, then there's Esme that did, Sarah that did, and Isla's first response was, no, actually I was really good, I really enjoyed reading out loud, right? Didn't affect her at all. And then she turns around and says, oh, actually no, I had this issue and it was a little bit scary. But it's like she's trying to fit in with the others, right? The others struggled, so she must struggle. And I feel like this is actually quite indicative of how the dynamics are affecting Isla, because if she feels like she has to dumb herself down because of the rest of her family, that's a problem. That means she's not doing the education that she needs to do, and she's not putting in the effort because she feels like she has to fit in with her dumb family.
Yeah. Right then, I've just read the first.
It's not even a paragraph.
It's not even a paragraph.
It's
the first 2 lines.
Like
or
setting the
something.
vibe with the book.
Yeah, it's basically how the book starts.
Yeah.
But I actually think you've written that really well. I think it's really well written, and the most important thing is it.
I'd just like
Sorry, the camera just cut off again. Anyway,
But I'd like to emphasise that Esme has, like, not handwritten, but Esme has written this all from her own mind, from her own thinking,
Yeah,
from
she
her
has.
own creativeness.
yeah, she has.
From her own thinking and her own creativeness. And this is the girl who got a 9 in English. I've never heard anything so ridiculous in all my life. I mean, that just goes to show her actual understanding of the English language. It's not there. It's not there at all. Creativeness.
I don't want anyone to be like, oh, she's asked AI to do this, or oh, she's got this from another book, or anything stupid like that.
No. Well, we're only reading. No one's going to know anyway. She's literally reading 2 lines.
Why have they always got to turn it around into some sort of like attack on the trolls, right? Why can't you just say this is Esme's book and she's written this, we're really proud of her, and you know, and just read it to people, and that's all you needed to do. Not, oh, you gotta remember that Esme's written this through her own mind and creativeness, right? You don't need to say any of that shit.
So no one's going to start saying that from...
I don't think anyone will say that, because you can tell it's not, but I'm just saying that anybody that would be like, well, she's clearly not done that, she's clearly capable.
Do you know the people... No, people will say that, Esme. But do you know the people that will say that? They genuinely don't matter.
We have seen Esme.
I'd have to counter that, Sarah, and say, if nobody's opinion matters, why are you reading it out, you know, in front of thousands of people if none of their opinions matter? Because yes, I agree, the trolls' opinions don't matter, right? But also all the other people who claim to love you, their opinions don't matter either, because everybody are one and the same. They're random strangers.
Type of the MacBook all night, so they're thinking, tap, 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 back,
No, this
back,
first line, Esme. This first line, how much trauma did it bring you?
It literally, I had already written like half of like the first few chapters before I'd even thought of this first line, because I had this idea of how I wanted to word it in my head and I couldn't get the words.
And the book,
it took her ages to get even this first line.
Start and sentence at the end. Like we were talking about that for ages, trying to figure out.
Yeah. So yeah.
So one
anyway.
things that like match up a little bit in a book when little hints
Ties
to something,
together.
and then it makes sense.
all ties at the end. Yeah,
I
same.
love that, so I had to really
Same.
think how to do that.
Yeah. Anyway, Esme has said that. Do you want to read it, or do you want Esme to? Right. She's happy. This is the only sneak peek you're going to get of this book. We probably won't even mention it again now.
Yeah. This
because there's no like deadline. She's just she does this in her free time. She enjoys doing it.
It takes years for some people.
Sarah, why are you giving a big speech about, oh, we don't even know if we're going to release it, she's just doing it in her own spare time, there's no deadline? You know, it's just a child writing a short story, right? I mean, she might release it. The problem is that if she releases it, she'll sell some, but not because it's necessarily great, but just because of the name on the book, right? She has people who will buy whatever she puts out.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so there's no deadline or like, you know, we don't know when she's going to release this or anything like that. We don't have anybody that's going to release it or anything, or even if she's ever going to release it, we don't know. But this is just something Esme's done in her free time, and this is the first couple of lines.
Right. They call me princess.
Louder! Talk louder!
Sorry. They call me princess, but what they truly mean is prisoner. Chained not in iron, but in fine silks and jewels. I was not born to be gentle, I was made to look it. Moulded in the image of a perfect daughter, a perfect heir, though I am neither. My hands were meant to hold reins, not ribbons, yet here I remain, all silk and silence. Nodding when I ought to speak, smiling when I ought to rise, and still the kingdom rots beyond these stone walls, forgotten, broken. I would give all that I am to restore it. I will. That's so good!
It's really good, Esme!
I love it. It's
Don't
really good.
diss yourself, don't question yourself. No, it's not. See, guys, this is what my children say all the time. Honestly, it's not.
So objectively, I'd have to say that that's not bad. It's, you know, it's pretty good. So, you know, well done. It's better than I was expecting, I'm not gonna lie. So yeah, well done.
Honestly, it is genuinely a really good, captivating start to a book.
And I really like how
Don't be hard on yourself. It is really
meant
good.
to hold reins and not ribbons. And
Yeah.
she rides on horses. That's really, really
Yeah, it is really good.
It's like I made my character like how I would want to be if we lived in a different world. Basically.
Yeah.
The world wasn't like it was.
So basically, Esme wants to be a prisoner, a princess prisoner, but she wants to.
in a tower.
It was so funny because Esme said that Esme isn't like the main character, but she's ginger, so Esme basically is the main character. Like, she's writing it about herself, basically, in an alternate universe.
Yeah.
She said, I was the horse, and I said, okay, what can I be? And she went, you could be like a street name in the poor common area. A street name?
You can be a street
A
name.
street name in the poor common area of the village.
So there we go. There we have it. Esme's book. Yeah, she's releasing a book, or she's definitely writing a book. Whether or not she finishes it, who knows? Again, it's probably none of our business, but since they've reported on it, I'm reporting on it. And I thought I'd bring it to everybody's attention, just to see what people think about it. And also so that you just in case you might want to buy it in the future. So anyway, let me know what you think about this in the comments down below. Subscribe to the channel if you are new. Until next time, have an amazing day. Take care of yourselves and bye-bye.